Yo, what's up everybody? This is the Hexman, and today we're going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV Patch 5.55 Part 2, Death Unto Dawn. I've basically been staying up the entire night waiting for this to come out, and I can finally log in. So, let's get started, shall we? Last time, we talked to everybody here, so I don't think I have to do so again. As long as he mentioned squid, we're fine. Yep, sun-dried squid. There we go. Okay, so we know what he's gonna say, what they're all gonna say. So let's just get right into it, shall we? The company we keep. Alphino looks sad. I think that's Alphino at least. Pretty damn sure it's Alphino. Ah, Kruk, you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some sort of rest. If you came hoping for the tidings from Krile, I'm afraid we're still waiting. But we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hori, Boulder, and the others. Meanwhile, talk with the Beast Tribe has been going even better than expected. Encouraged by Ulda's progress with the Amalja, Gudania has opened negotiations with the Ixal, believe it or not. All of which is obviously very encouraging. But with the Telophoroi still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. Oh, my leg! My leg! There we go. Sorry about that. Voice cutscenes, maybe? Hello there. Resistant Terald? Begging your pardon, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. As always. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. Ah, we were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Telophoroi in concert with our new allies. The Beast Tribes have also been invited. It is hoped that they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the Alliance will bring all the Beast Tribes into the fold at a single stroke. An ambitious plan, given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady, and for their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Erizia will be represented. Yeah, that's true. For some reason I thought Heaven's Ward were invited, but I do remember Emmerich going to the last one. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomacy, but practicality. Yeah, practicality. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to reviving... I stumble on one word, now I can't do it. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying not to stutter over my words as much as I did last time. Whether how far I'll get, we'll see. Well, now the invitation was I just talk about it, now I can't do it. Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and Yustola lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summonings, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historical moment. I want to go too, though. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor, don't you think, Croak? Yeah. Sorry, my headphones are being screwy. All present may greatly claim a seat. I do quite agree. But by thy leave, I shall return. I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defense efforts. I'm not coming either. Emmerich will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Fair's fair. Very well then. While those with a mind to hold the fort get on holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo. Shall we? We shall. Yeah, there's John. Even with the swift intervention of the Immortal Flames, all too many lost their lives at Pagalthon. Still, closer cooperation between our peoples will be required if we are to thwart the plans of the Talofaroi. Like the city-states, every beast tribe has its factions, each with their own agenda, making peace a complex proposition. But if the Alliance can come to an understanding with their leaders, it will be for them to resolve internal politics. The Amalcha cannot be the only beast tribe that have been targeted by the Talofaroi, and none of them will take kindly to having their people enslaved, nor their gods turned against them. Ha, I suppose I am. Wait, what? Ha, I suppose I am, and the fact that our cure for tempering made it possible only heightens my anticipation. Who are you talking to? Elise? Honestly, the look on your face, eager to bear witness to another historic event historic moment by any chance? Okay, yeah, so he was replying to her. Who am I targeting? I don't see them. Oh. Sorry, there we are. We've been expecting. While some few guests have yet to arrive, the Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? You didn't let me answer. What if I said no? What if I don't want to be shown in? I know my way. I've been here enough. She looks so worried. I mean, I don't blame her, but... The hero has arrived. Oh wait, no, I'm already sitting. That's not the hero. Yeah, the hero has arrived. Grandma Pixie. Or, not Pixie.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would!
Talk. Self, I meant to say. Not Pixie.
Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be!
Okay, Yoda, calm down.
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
Right, you are.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
Yeah, explosions go boom, people get hurt. I like it.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Yeah, you tell him. Second Order Patriarch Zada.
Y'shtola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success.
Heard this in the trailer.
For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon. The Empire. Our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
Also, I'm here. Master of Pumpkins. And Halloween. Okay, the Sultana's face is hilarious.
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus. A little tricky without gills, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
I shouldn't be laughing at this guy's voice, but I'm probably going to if he keeps speaking.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Yeah.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
Indeed.
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
Yeah, it's a nice sight, ain't it?
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
Oh no. Yeah,
we still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
As I was saying, Alice, yeah, I can imagine Thancred's still really wrestling that whole thing.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal.
Excuse me.
Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
But how?
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them.
This is true.
To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord.
Oi, I don't see the
But what are we
Beast
to call
tribe
this
here.
proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts
Oh
have done
no,
so
not
much
me.
to
I'm
unite
terrible at
Eorzea.
naming things.
What say you, my friend?
Sorry for interrupting him. I would call it... One moment, please. Yeah, that's... I suck at naming things. I would probably react like that.
Might I suggest the Grand Company of Eorzea? I remember a certain someone pondering it once upon a time, and it seems as fitting a name as any.
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
My shoulder hurts.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Oh, another Grand Company, huh? What's your Grand Company rank, huh? Oh.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
No, cry here in front of everyone. Tears of joy are a good thing, Alphino. Do not deny them. Okay, back to reading. Forgive me for observing, but Alphino seems less than jubilant. Might his thoughts still be occupied with the fate of poor Arenvald? It's a pity it took the threat of annihilation for everyone to cast aside their grievances. Or to cast their grievances aside. But better late than never, I suppose. The Grand Company of Eorzea. I wonder what Rial and other former Crystal Braves would make of it. Well, they're dead, so... We have won over their leaders. Now the leaders must win over their own people. No small task, I grant you. But we have come a long way since first we joined Minfilia to bring an end to summoning. A long, long way. Alpha, no. Well, now that we're out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day ever since the moment I set foot upon these shores, and that I was as heartened as anyone to see the people of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think of was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices. And that would be made, and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. And many more. Elder Seed's here. How might we be of service? I seek Master Alphino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, and that better to predict the coming of primals, and so you'll be familiar with the Sylphs of Ashcrown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only in the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the Sylph's established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new friendship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between the Trade Consortium and the Grand Company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the Council of one versed in operational aspects of an armed force. In the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the self-same goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves. Yes, forgive me, Master Alphino. I know that there is a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted the course for the Crystal Braves, which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans came to naught. Built upon the frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. And I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you? Not at all. You may count upon my assistance, for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report including the list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failure of the Crystal Braves. I need to learn to breathe. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadows of the Telophoroi and flourish. Until next we meet, my friend. Friends. Plural. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people there are many people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Might you join me in seeking them out? Yeah, let's do that. I can't think of an excuse to say no, so yes? I'll come... Oh shit, I skipped his. I'm sorry. I'd be happy to see your assistance, whether grudging or no, something like that. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. I'm sorry, guys. Then mayhap Grahatia can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to prove an accurate enough account of the day's events. I'm sorry, I've been trying to practice reading aloud. We should be glad for your company, Grahatia. I shall explain the details on the way. You know, before anything happens, I know it's like 6 in the morning, but I gotta turn my phone to silent real quick. Just in case somebody tries to call me. There we go. It will not be easy to revisit the past, but sometimes one must look back to see the way forward. I take it we will soon be paying Sylphs a visit. How fascinating it will be to speak with them in person, though I gather conversation can prove rather challenging. Okay, they're already gone, it seems, so... Alice! So what's your plan, brother of mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I proposed will be largely written. Not long after that fateful day in Ul'dah, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inceptions, to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, and its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me be the most crucial question, namely, why? After the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us, while others did not? I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind the new Grand Company together. And this knowledge might help us prevent it falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That is my hope, yes, but the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandon the cause will welcome my inquiries. And Grahati and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. Wait, Alize looks like Alphino, though. Aren't they just gonna assume, wow, Alphino got girlish and not want to talk to Alize? A fine suggestion. Take care, or have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you, and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. Sorry, I've been up all night. If you have no objections, I have a mind to begin by speaking with Riol and Elaine. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing in Castrum, Oriens. Let us seek them out there. How lucky that they're so close. Relatively. Alrighty. While such briefings are seldomly exciting affairs, their importance in coordinating our efforts with our allies cannot be overstated. In that regard, Elaine and Riol have been most dependable. Oh? I didn't expect to see you here, Crook. But if you enjoy intelligence briefings, you've come to the right place. I like lore briefings, which is sometimes for intelligence. Well, look who it is. And what brings you two out here? Or what brings you two here? Wouldn't be anything to do with the big meeting, would it? In a manner of speaking. I have been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. Talking. So you want to know why we decided to stick around with the Scions, eh? It ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. Shoot, I'm so sorry. As Riol will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I had hoped to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited with the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything that you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Nothing, that's what. As for the Mio and Tail, well, I've always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by that to this day. But as time goes on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hoary Boulder to Miss Tataru, we've all got something to offer. And not one of us ain't doing it for a personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting. Which is being a Scions. Which is what being a Scion's all about. I am at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me. Crook, could you? Could I what? I'll be nice to Alpha now and not just cram it into his face. And then speaking of face and cramming, I see if I can grab my water without knocking everything over, shall I? If you cut here, we'll figure out why. Okay, we're good. Well, it's found in ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a desperate band. And while I will never forgive Ilberd, and the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Gosh darn it. Just a pity he was doing it all for the wrong reasons, huh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got got a shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they even made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise of a diverse range of peoples, each with their own individual strength, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Complete. Oh, okay, they're still here. I thought they were gone. And after the company of heroes went their separate ways. I did try working on me own for a bit, and I'll admit it was nice being able to pick me own battles. But if you want to make a real difference, you need a good crew and stick with them. Wow. Speaking of the former crystal... I'm so sorry. Speaking of former... Speaking of former Crystal Braves, I have not seen what's-his-face of late. Constantly away on a mission as he is, I wonder how he fares. Jeez, you had such short dialogue and it was so hard to say. Well, I think we have taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I am conscious... that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. I think I used all my speaking juice in the first part. My brain don't do a thinkle no good right now. That's not... Whatever. Whew. Man, I didn't think we'd be doing this right now. But we are, in fact, doing this right now. I think the Lancer's Guild was close enough, right? Oh, Zadnor. Sorry, somebody mentioned Zadnor. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. That's a thing we have to do. I have to do. On the way here, I took the opportunity to write up my notes from our conversation with Elaine and Riol. All that remains is to add Alice and Grahatia's findings, whatever they may be. Raha! When Alice sets her mind on something, there is no stopping her. And her mind was fully set on finding former Braves. For a while, I even feared what she might do to them. But in the event, she was admirably civil. For the most part. Yeah. Thanks to Tataru's ever-dependable intelligence, I managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some more forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture, and I must warn you, Alphino, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out Elder Frixo. I will join you anon. Oh, Little Solace is I don't remember which shroud it's in. Forgive me. My brain don't thinkle's no good. Especially when I stayed up all night. I haven't been in this part of grid like the Shroud in forever, man. There's the hero. Ah, welcome, Brave One and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see walking ones again, so soon after the meeting. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? No, be at ease. It is true that this one is delighted in making walking ones dance, but no more. Horned One, Tan Isena, said that walking ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones also invaded Selflands and abducted many of these ones. So these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. That is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telophoroi. These ones will work very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one. And in quite a hurry, it seems. Alize, you must come quickly. What's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. What? No, Twinetta officer accosted me when I was about to set out. Charlie has an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. Le gasped. An envoy? An envoy? Envoy? Could it be the Kryle has managed to sway the Forum? I shall know soon enough, but there is more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seedseer. Really? I can see why they might want Scions to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. Yep, it's Poppy Levieur. It is. I could scarcely believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told it was Forchelant Levier. Forchenault. We're just gonna call him Mr. Four. I almost called him 4chan. But your father? Well now, the fact that serving member of the forum had journeyed here would be surprise enough, but him? Agree. Indeed. Quite. Fuck. I glean from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 forum members, unless he volunteered for it? It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? I suspect they're going to laugh at that fact. Perhaps, but he's always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. I'm sorry, my nose is just itching. Indeed, and whenever he write to our parents, whenever we write to our parents, it is inevitable our mother. It is invariably our mother who replies. I'm sorry. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Elder Frixo, loath I am to cut our visit short. We must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report. Never mind. There will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones from more urgent matters. Go. Let us be off then. The audience will be handed at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Wasn't the last time I was there, Nero popped up? If I remember correctly. What am I doing? Just going to Gridania. It's weird hearing this song and not being in my house. Okay, and it's which one again? Don't remember. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Conjurer's Guild. I should have known. Actually, I shouldn't have known because my Conjurer is level 1, and it shall remain level 1 for all of eternity. Welcome, Warrior of Light. The Elder Seedseer and your friends are waiting within. Whew. Please be voiced. Please, please, please be voiced. Oh wait, I gotta talk to all these guys. After all this time away, it will be good to see my father, even if it is an official meeting. "99 may seem rather a lot of members, but before the forum was founded, every person of age in Charlie was given equal say in its governance. Many of the institutions that are still active today were established by the people's vote, not the least the stadium. Or the studium, I'm not sure which way. As Elise and I were constantly reminded during our time there, it is an example of what can be achieved through absolute democracy. During my times in Charlian, I keep saying Charlie, I need to stop. I heard much of Mr. Four Levier, and he is a gifted speaker amongst other things for the upcoming application of foreign policy. Well, he should teach me, because I'm a terrible speaker, apparently. I can't read. Mr. Four. My friends, I thank you all for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Four's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Crop permission to request Charlene's aid, we did not anticipate so prompt a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of the reply may be, we shall soon discover. It's going to be a big fat nah. At least according to the trailer, it is. Don't play this happy music. I doubt it's gonna be happy. Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortuno Levea, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
Fortuno. Okay. I might be able to remember that. I doubt it, but I might.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
Don't speak to me, peasant. I have no children.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene.
Here it comes.
And my position remains unchanged.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request.
It's a big fat no.
Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
However...
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald. One in which Sharlayan will take no part.
Here we go.
If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Oh, you about to figure out, champ.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure?
Because you're a dick?
For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice?
Not the world ending? Are you, like, do you remember what they said about the final days? Oh wait, yeah, you don't care and you don't believe.
It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
Better to fight and fall than wait for the axe to fall. I like that. To ignore the plight of those who might conceivably be, who one might conceivably say it is not wisdom, is indolence. It is within your power to save us. Refuse, and you condemn us all. Yeah. In other words, fuck you. Yeah.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better.
I could crush you like a
espousing
bug.
Such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alizé, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
It's okay, kids. You can be a Zed. It's fine.
What?
Father. What? What the fuck?
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Your face is meaningless.
Father, wait!
Don't bother, Alizé.
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Because he knows that your father is a stubborn prick. And words will not change his mind until the end of days is right at his doorstep. That's why. In order to avoid conflict with Garlemald, the Forum went so far as to order the abandonment of the entire city-state. Their refusal to aid us now is, I am sorry to say, entirely consistent with their historic position. It is we who It's we who walk the path of ruin. Time will tell. Or is it we? I'm just gonna... Where is it? You guys can be a Zed if you want. I'll adopt you both. So that's what he came here to say. I don't think so. I think he just got mad at what you guys were saying. That we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telophoroi. And as for the rest, like it or not, this is what the Forum decide. This is the Forum's decision. To watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of naught to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little. For it is not only Master Fourcheneau who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telophori without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, why would they go through the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why not simply keep their consul, as they are wont to do? Because Tartaru done... Not Tartaru. Kryle done fucked up. Croc, has Master Fortuno arrived yet? You could say that. Then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many forum members as I could. But they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say that they ignored my every word as I said on the subject. I ignored every word I said on the subject. Without exception, it was almost unnerving. More like blood boiling. Could it be that they're hiding something from us that might go some way to explain Master Fortuno's performance? While he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But what if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end, and simply disagree with us about its circumstances? That I do not know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telophori as they claim. I'm calling it now. Labyrinthos, or whatever it's called, is like an underground bunker. It's like a panic shelter for them. If the threats weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission, researching Highland and the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. It would seem so, but do not lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here, when the time is right, of course. I am aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a knife's edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. I've always wanted to visit Charlian. And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances. Is anything I do in here under anything less than happy circumstances, for the most part? It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations have given me cause to hope. Yet, if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible that the Charlayans hide some of their secrets from us, some secret truth from us, I'm sorry. There can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt them a change of heart, and so, for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused our request for aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telophori. For now. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there is no guarantee we will prevail. What does Charlian intend to do if we fall? I mean, probably nothing. That or expand. Chicken fettuccine. With their knowledge, Charlayan could have done so much for the cause. They could have helped us uncover the secrets of the towers and save the tempered captives within, and yet, gods. Throughout my childhood, I remember grandfather arguing with father over Charlayan's policy of non-intervention. And this time, it is my turn to play that role. But if even my grandfather could not win him over, what chance had I? If words existed that may sway him, I know not what they are. So sorry, just typing to my FC real quick. Oh yeah, Graha, almost. The forum includes representatives from all of Charlane's central institutions. With them hindering Kryle's investigation, she will struggle to make any headway on her own. Ooh, a new emote. Shh. Been a while since we got a freaking emote from a main story quest. While Charlane's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that you scions... Grave tidings, walking ones. Grave tidings. Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones who went to see the feathered ones send terrible news. Destroying ones have appeared in that place. Destroying ones and captured ones and even frightful godly ones. Feathered ones didn't stand a chance and were sent flapping and squawking. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late. Yes, much too late. But luckily, destroying ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered ones did not fight. The feathered ones who did not fight were unharmed. West. That would be Korthus. My lady, the Ishgardians report that the Telefar have emerged from the eastern highlands of Korthus and are marching at speed. Though their purpose is yet to be determined, the Cartno Flats would seem the most likely destination. Lord Emmerich has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Talk. Well, mayhap it is a mercy that we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friend, let us make haste to Cartno. Wait, this one almost forgot. Destroying ones were said to be led by a cackling robed one. This one must see that all walking ones now. No. Farewell. Dango. Who else? It was only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. I shall have an airship ready to bear you to Cartno. Pray see to your preparations and report to the landing with all haste. I can't words. I just can't words. At once, my lady. Let us away. Too bad you couldn't drag your daddy to see the Telefar in action, huh? The airship will be ready to depart ere long. I bid you make for the landing as soon as you are able, and may the 12 keep you. I hope they don't. I'm going to be fighting them at some point. Probably. Walk. So yeah, the Levieurs are no longer Levieur. They are now the insert last name Hughes. Again, my offer is still open. I'll be your father now. Look at me. I am your father now. You are now the Z twins. Alphinaud has been unexpectedly delayed, but you should probably go and see for yourself. He's by the entrance. I have aspired... I have apprised our comrades of the rising stance of the situation. They will head directly to Fart now. Alphino is by the door. So busy. Excuse me. Fuck, it would seem Fordola has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I've explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Aye, and it'll be over soon if you shut up and come with me. Oh, I didn't even see Fordola there. I wish I could have talked to her. Arnville? Yeah. Is he in a wheelchair? Yeah, it looks like it.
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
Oh, he's... Oh,
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
That's sad, but also...
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again. Come on, Alphino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in.
And you did.
But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero.
I
Even
do.
the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide.
Hey, don't speak for me. I am a goddamn hero. I'm a national treasure.
Look, Alphino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
Carry the dreams of many. We'll carry yours too.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through.
Believe in the me who believes in you, Alphino.
That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
He's gonna punch you in the shins, Alphino. That or Fordola's gonna do it.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out.
I don't know, he gave up pretty quick after the
And
crystal
everything
breaks.
you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
Arnold's fist clench.
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero, do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
I expected her to say that to Alphino.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
They make a nice couple. Come on, you. Instance. After Pagalthon, I assumed the Telophori would continue to target settlements, but it is plain they consider Selftal merely an obstacle on the road to Cartano. Then what draws them to the flats? We must keep a close eye on their movements. Alice, is Alphino around? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. You're hiding. You wee tot. I rather doubt that Fordola obtained the Kyurgeon's permission before bringing Ardval halfway across the realm. And it's only to deliver a message at that. They should both have known better. But what's done is done, and I will not soon forget his words. Should I do this on Dark Knight? Yeah, I'm gonna. Even if I suck at Dark Knight. You can tell me later what that was all about, but by judging by the set of Alphino's jaw, it appears to have done him some good. Thancred and the others have already left the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Amalja and Kobold forces are also bound for Cartano as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made Alamiga, and we must do the same by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the ship is ready to depart. Shh, we should get going. Oh shit. Here we go again. Starting to think maybe I should go as Dancer. I'm gonna go as Dancer. I don't trust me. Yes, yes. Good, good. Proceed. You shall not proceed.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Charlene, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Hear, hear.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
No. That derpy ass smile. And again, who am I to talk?
I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Yes, there is.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
I was gonna say, we're just letting people die
I'll
at this
do what
point.
I can to cure the Tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Leave it to me.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
Oh, I won't. I mean, I probably will, because of cutscene reasons, but... I will not dare hope to be rid of him after this patch. I'm not that much of an optimist. Plus, he's in the Endwalker trailer, so I doubt it. Okay. Stay. Oh. Sweeping the fields. As for the Asian, he is brief battlefield, likely to watch from afar. As far as movements of the living presence have proven difficult to predict, even if we poison ambush troops, they are still under no position. I cannot read that quick. Whatever Telophoroi's plans may be, the primals are our primary targets. Understood, they will not elude the Scions for long.
Prepare yourself!
Let's give it our all!
Can I dunk somebody else, please? Oh. Are we going this way? What's going on? I don't. Oh, I see, I see. I'm coming. I'm directionally challenged. It's fine. Oh, can I get that figure of me? Science spread across the field. All I say, great idea to take the corner of the Clofferai. Oh, am I gonna have to play as them? Yep, I am going to have to play as them probably. Oh no, I don't know how to red mage. Okay, remember that from the trailer. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm just kind of like, oh, there's Fandango. Here to do the Fandango, thunder bolts of lightning. Hey, he's wearing the Scion pants. You're not a Scion. Get out of here. I do. Do you see that? The glyph? Yes. How worried should we be? Very. Is what I assume the answer would be. Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I can see its ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartno, but now that I am here, things have become clear. The flats conceal an ethereal confluence, like the pillars of Elysium Step, but at a greater scale, far greater. The glyph that Fandaniel has conjured reach into its very midst. And I believe I know their purpose. Should the lunar primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. And the resultant disruption to the flow of ether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realms. Or realm. Yeah, so bad. That he would go so far come as little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all costs. Do I get to play Swolianje? That would be cool. I mean, probably not. Oh! I was joking! I'm not a healer for a reason, damn it. As much as I joked about playing a Swolianje, and he is the best character of those three, for sure. But still. Hatia and Isaiah prepared to lock sword with Lunar Ravana. Love this song. Am I playing as Grahatia now? Can I go back to playing Alize? At least I'm, like... At least I've played Black Mage more seriously at one point in time. Though that wasn't, like, ARR and Heavensward. Poof. And now us three versus Lunar Ifrit. Southside's opponent, you should stand shoulder to shoulder with Alpha and Ostinian. Is all... Okay. Seriously though, can I hit that figure of myself from my room? Defeat Lunar Douchebag. they were being pushed away. I thought they were. You did. Okay. Why can I not attack it? A moment too soon. I gotta turn him over here since I'm a tank now. You sassy salad maker. Oh no! I thought I was gonna go into the death wall. Bye-bye. Have a good time. Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay. This is more of those scripted things. Man, you suck at Esport game, Justinian. Also, I'm sorry, Ifrit, you're still one of my favorite looking primals. Joyce. Are we actually gonna fight him?
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you.
He sounded annoyed. Good.
Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
I'll rewatch these later with my helmet off, so I can see my facial expressions. This is where he punches the ground, cause it doesn't work. What did that ground do to you, Alphino? That's rude. But I get it. Sometimes the ground just needs to be punched.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Hey, Emmerich and Hean, I see you two.
Do not hang your head so, brave scions.
Grass like, I'm here too.
Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
The children have suffered enough.
I should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time. Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
Alphino, just like the audacity of this bitch.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
To the very end.
The moon! Oh no. You can't just drop the song on me like this. That's not ominous at all. Beautiful, but a little ominous. It's like, hey Moon, I'm gonna be on you soon. Okay. Oh god, there's a lot of people I'm gonna have to read text for. But for now, let's slip into something more comfortable. And start talking. I will recommend that the Alliance keep a closer watch over Cartano. The Telophori may have failed their attempt to destroy the conflux this time, but there's not to stop them trying again. Confluence. Throughout the battle, I could not shake the feeling that all present were performing for the amusement of Fandaniel. Nor did his blithe reaction to the latest defeat give me cause to think otherwise. I can only conclude that such failures are of little consequence to his broader scheme, whatever it may be. The Cartano Flats seemed fated to play a prominent role in the history of the realm, do they not? I wonder, might the abundance of ether that floweth through the region have led the Allegans to entune Omega there? It was decent of Lord Emmerich to bear us home aboard his ship. The gods only know how we would have squeezed this many people onto the Bonanza. We would have figured out a way. Many though the enemy were, their numbers consisted largely of tempered beastmen and a few lunar primals to keep things interesting. The Garleans themselves ventured little and lost less. It has ever been the Empire's way to have others fight their battles, but even they would blush at the Telophor's use of tempered slaves. The tempered that were able to be treated have been taken to city-states for observation. As soon as the Alliance is satisfied that they are fully recovered, they'll be free to return home. That's good. At the close of the battle, when the clouds parted and the moon shone down on us all, I cannot well express how I felt. Somehow it seemed more a beginning than an end. Alphino with the fourth wall breaking. Kinda, not really, but foreshadowing. You should have seen my face when Lord Emmerich turned up on our doorstep. Did none of you think to send word he was bringing you home? Yeah, no, I didn't. At all. Sup, my friend? Oh, more cutscene. Nice. Please be voiced. Please be voiced. It's not. I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the Pride of the Ishgardian fleet. Lest you worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. You have thought of everything, Lord Emmerich. And may I say how much I appreciate the hospitality you afforded us on the way home. Think nothing of it. Our destination lie in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend has been since the last time he took his leave. It would seem you have finally found a place to settle down. Head nod. Oh no. I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East. Returning to more serious matters, while the Telophori have been driven from Cartno, it is like that the bulk of their forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eorzea's first joint military operation, however, I'm confident that we have potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. Don't be so cocky now. As such, while we keep our forces, I am so tired. As such, while our forces keep the Telophori at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible division of labor. While the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given our expertise in the field of aetherology, we would be better qualified to find the solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There is a time and place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets are wont to hide where only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you are able to uncover. And with that, I must take my leave. Should you need of assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. I confess I had hoped to study the towers more closely, vital as they plainly are to the Telophori's plans. If we can discern their ultimate function, we will be one step closer to understanding the enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it is all but certain that the Telophori will mount an all-out invasion. And then it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities, the final days themselves. Nod. Oh wow. Yes, alright, Alphino. We need a plan, not grow-tense? Oh, grow-tense. Thancred so eloquently put it, we are in position to seek information from all manner of places, not least Charlayan. According to Krell, the forum may have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telophoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. One thing is clear, the forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Forehead performance at the Lotus Stand was enough to convince me of that. The matter beareth further investigation. I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Charlayan hath ever been the wellspring of aetherological knowledge. I care not where we go, here or there, my lance will be ready. Look at you being a team player, Estinian. And what of you, Crook? Might you be persuaded to join us? It means I can have words with Forehead. Only after I do. If he and his friends in the forum think we'll leave them alone, and if they ignore us, they're in for a shock. It appears we are in agreement. We have but to wait for Krell to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there is a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By strange coincidence, it does. At present, I only have the creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will soon find whether my fears are warranted. Talking. Shh. That felt a lot less climactic than I thought, but still really good. Meanwhile, in Garland Mall? Close enough. In the Garland capital. Show me that in-game scythe, baby. Ooh, that's pretty.
Those Eorzeans certainly are a stubborn bunch. Though I suppose you knew that already.
Yeah, he kinda does.
My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure. Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach.
Who's the dreamer? Ooh, wicked. Like an album cover.
The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
On your ship, Fandango. The moon is blood red.
While I await you, I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon. Then you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor. And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
I know a lot of people don't like Xenos as a villain. I do like him. It's gonna be funny when me and him are both Reapers at the end.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
Oh no.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically, far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short...
Yeah, it's siphon, essentially.
The towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
We're only gonna get a small glimpse.
Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Darkness comes. And with it, the end.
Hello, lady on the art.
The fate.
People think it's Vanna, or whatever her name is, or his name is. I don't know.
Is in your hands.
Everything all right back there?
I saw ghosts, probably. Maybe. Blood red moon. At solemn dawn, grim purpose shines in gaze cast towards moonlit sky. Thus does our finalist curtain rise, your steps to guide what end. I couldn't read that last part, it was too quick. Under the dark moon. So yeah, hold up. I got more talking to do. Bear with me. Not only do the members of the Forum intend to adhere to their long-standing notion of non-intervention, they made a point of sending Master Forehead here to explicitly state that fact, rather than simply refusing to involve themselves in our affair. It would appear that they are actively trying to prevent us from meddling in theirs. That does, of course, make Kral's mission of securing entry into Sharlayan nigh on impossible, but I am confident that she will find a way regardless. After the end of the Dragon Song War, I spent many a moon roaming Kugane, Gazat Han, even Garlemald, but never Sharlayan. In all honesty, a nation populated entirely by bookish types like Alphino is not a place that appeals to me. Fair enough. You heard that, Alphino. He doesn't like you. More people like you. I've received word that Arval is back at the doctor. As much as I would like to visit him, I shall await here until there is good news to share. The last time we met, it was strange that he should be the one trying to cheer me up, in spite of everything that had befallen him. Still, I was glad for the chance to meet him, and his words continue to be a source of encouragement. Satur. I have a feeling the journey to Charlene is going to be quite the test of your nerves, in more ways than one. You'll miss this place while you're away. I just know it. But for now, the best thing you can do is get plenty of rest while we wait to hear from Krile. When Arnval tried to free the Amaja held in the tower, it triggered some sort of alarm, and the captives were killed instantly. As such, I have no choice but to leave them in the clutches of the Telophoroi until a means of rescuing them has been found. In the meantime, the summoning of lunar primals will continue, just as we must rely on the Grand Company of Erosia to put down such entities and prevent further abductions. So too do they rely on us to come through with our investigation. All of you are so mouthy at the end. Good lord. Much and more have we discovered of the Telophoroi's machinations since Thancred and I did return to Garlarmold. Verily, their troop doth appear to have been tempered as much in the same manner as those engaged in construction of the tower's edifice in the capital. At least yours was somewhat easy to read, which is weird considering you're you. But those who are brought within close proximity to the towers are tempered into serving Garlemald, then forced to summon lunar primals with pure ether drawn from the land. Even having understood this, we have yet to uncover what the Telophoroi wish to achieve by all this. Are the towers purely for strategic advantage, or do they serve some other purpose? Whatever it is my father and the Forum are hiding, I am determined to get to the bottom of it. Okay, short and sweet. Thank you, Allison. They're all gone. What about you? I have conveyed Lord Emmerich's wishes to Holnet and the others. For the present, their role will be to facilitate communication between our allies and gather information on our enemies. Okay, that's about it. Although I do want to check out the new emote, which will be somewhere. Okay, it's the one they used in Shadowbringers at the end of, like, the expansion Shadowbringers. Okay, so that's been my experience with patch 5.55, part 2, Death Unto Dawn story. I don't know if I'm going to keep what I said in the credits, but if not, I'll just elaborate here. I liked it a lot. Mr. Forehead's a dick. His children are mine now. I thought he was going to do that at some point in Endwalker, but nah, just first appearance he's decided to make me hate him. I'm sure they'll give him a sob story later on to make me not hate him, but I'll still probably hate him. Second note, I have mixed opinions about role quests in general, and those ones were just kinda weird to me. My main problem with a role quest is just the fact that they just give you a bunch of tools that if you don't play a lot of jobs, you don't know what does what, and they have to account for that, so the fights themselves become pretty tame and not hard at all. Like, don't get me wrong, I failed once on each one, but that was just me not being able to follow directions that appear on screen, and less about the actual hardness of those little duties. But I still like them. It's fun to play as other characters. If not just for the novelty, I don't mind them too much. It's just they are kind of like a thing for me. But yeah, it's really hoping the part with either Heidelin or Vana or whatever her name is. I don't remember. I was hoping that was gonna be longer, but when it started happening right at the end there, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like a split-second thing. So, of course, we got to see Xenos' scythe in-game. It looks cool as fuck. And yeah, this is the last story till Endwalker, so we've got quite a bit of wait. I'm not gonna be able to wait that long. But I still got Zadnor and Relics to do, so that'll keep my time. But until then, it's the Hexman, and I am out.